and welcome to the Fulm Show podcast, the only Scottish film podcast where the tagline changes every week because we're all lazy bastards.
.com.
And the taglines are the snow buddies of
the Fulm Show
titles.
What mass?
For summer in 8 weeks.
The mass murderers.
The Fulm Show live Jasmine.
What?
Live Jasmine. It's a pop-up thing.
Severity.
Shh, do not.
Right.
This is a family-friendly show, you fucking idiot.
This is the Fulm Show Unleashed.
It's a Fulm Show Nights.
It's not E for explicit, it's E for everyone.
No,
Except.
it says
E for except under 18.
when it says explicit and big red lightning, big red lightning, wrestler.
It's fucking shit show.
Fucking start it again.
No. Stephen.
Alright, I'm Stephen Smith, and today I'm once again joined by Joe Fisher
Hello.
and Chris Grant.
How you doing?
We're going to talk about films.
I feel like we need like catchphrases.
I've run out of like...
Blop, blop,
Boo.
nope, nope, nope.
Yep, there we go.
What was that?
Aye.
Stake me out tonight.
I really hope that comes on Brooklyn Nine-Nine because we wouldn't know because it's not in the UK.
We were gonna have we were gonna have this start with Bobby Lashley's WWE entrance music,
But instead we're going to have it start with a little bit of Rob Zombie.
but we don't have internet here, so
It hurts my throat every time I do something like that.
then you put it on in my fucking car the last time. So
You just like, Chris, get that off.
We missed a week.
we did.
How? I can't remember. We just went for lunch instead.
No, something.
Oh, my dad had to gear it.
Aye,
That's what it was.
all of this state of the art equipment was not in here last week.
Unfortunately, I do not own this equipment. It's not mine, so when it's gone, it's gone.
After this, we're not going to have the mics we use for a month, so we're going to have to.
It might sound like shit
It'll
balls
be-
for the next 4
Aye,
weeks.
we're gonna
So
have
It'll be
figure
film.
something out.
we might try.
It'll
We should
be
maybe
film.
try and figure out. Maybe try and do stuff that isn't actually the show because, like,
Film show :
Do
on the road.
videos.
On
we
the
could
road.
do videos.
On the road with the film show. Just us walking about.
Just me going to the gym
If-
and at Tesco.
If we done
That's a
videos,
goal,
we could
please,
plug Chris's Zoom into the camera, and then it would probably sound alright.
Props law.
Do something.
I will figure it out.
We're thinking of actually a lot of different ideas for stuff to do.
Could try a spirit box.
I think we should. I like that idea of the Oscars, but like we can't
Yeah, it's pretty.
because the Oscars is on at like 4 a.m. over here.
No, that's not a big deal. It's just.
Here.
What the fuck?
What happened? Where did Audacity go?
You got internet and Microsoft advertising was the first thing that.
Oh, it like pops up and it's like, you have internet again.
Great.
Is it still going?
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank fuck. Right.
Right.
4:20. 4 minutes 20. Brat. Well, no,
Let's
it's
go.
Oh, I've just gave it away because it's going to be less than that with the actual thing because like there's a minute of us just shouting and like
We started again.
playing the wrong jingle and this is live. We don't cut the jingles into the show.
Yeah, we use my phone.
We ride the lightning.
Right, so let's get dived in. I guess,
No.
unless you don't want to, we can just keep talking.
Just turn it off.
Series of unfortunate events.
This week's series of unfortunate events. As you know, we recently started again because Chris broke it. And he almost broke it again. So what did we start with last? Tokyo Drift. We started again with Need for Speed Tokyo Drift, and then Scary Movie 5, and then Chris linked that to the Disney straight to DVD sequel to Air Bud, Snow Buddies.
Fuck you.
Chris,
That will be all.
Chris, has anyone ever like told you to your face that you are the spawn of Satan?
We
Yeah.
need to
I actually have.
we need to stop doing this.
This was a bad film. In more
That's
ways than
putting
one.
it fucking lightly.
They killed 5 puppies making this film.
In the real world.
In all
Yeah.
seriousness, they got in puppies that they hadn't vaccinated yet, that were like 8 weeks old.
And
it was
they
5
were
of them
also
died.
like under the maturity level to
Aye.
leave the...
Which is insane because
Well-
like they must have been trained for like being acting dogs, and they're not even like old
Yeah,
enough to
that's
be
weird.
vaccinated yet, which is ridiculous. If that doesn't convince you to not watch this movie, don't watch this movie because
It's also a piece of shit.
it's also a bad fucking film.
Aye.
It's just like, it's just the what?
They spent $4 million making it.
Oh,
It was
I told-
it was kind of like a bad pod race for Starbucks.
I told Chris I'd watch Let Me In, and I didn't because I watched that and then hated everything.
Life. Contemplated life for 3
Aye.
years and then
what was the plot of this film? I watched it 2 weeks ago.
They win a snow race. Do the snow race.
Right.
yeah, they
So
somehow
what happens is, right, there's this street, and like, you know Airbud from Airbud, and he has a wife dog, but they talk now. They ain't talking the originals. And they had kids, and they are the Air Buddies.
I'm not up on my earbud.
This is just what I gathered from the movie. And then every kid that lives on the street owns a different Air
Yep.
Pop,
Mm-hmm.
I guess,
Yep.
which makes no fucking sense. The first 10 minutes of this movie
And
is
one of them wears an upside down tennis visor.
the first 10 minutes of this movie is a
Sideways.
the first 10 minutes of this movie is a montage of these kids going to school.
no, that took 10 minutes.
This movie is the most like straight. This movie is 100. No, it's an hour and 24 minutes long. Right, I remember because I was staring at the time counter for most of it. The actual movie is about 100 and no. The actual movie is about an hour and 10.
Mm-hmm.
So like 10 minutes of the start of this movie is a montage of them going to school, and then 10 minutes of it's credits.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually only like an hour of actual film in this film.
And the big climactic race starts with like half an hour left to go.
Yeah, that
Aye.
was weird, wasn't it?
It's not weird. That's how you make a long film. That's how you make a shit film last the time a film was meant to
No,
last.
That's just
'Cause
shit.
horror films do it as well.
Yep, they're amazing.
So the Air Buddies get locked in a ice cream van and get airdropped
Do we need to talk about that?
and get airdropped in Alaska. And then
It's
in
your fault.
Alaska they
I don't
meet
know why you're annoyed.
in Alaska they meet a young boy, and all he wants to do is sled race. But his dad won't let him because his dad crashed his sled and killed like 9 dogs.
Because
like-
of the accident.
And like the puppy he has is like he killed their parents. This film's like dark as fuck, man. Like, and like they don't even like play it off. Like
It's just Star
it's
Wars.
it's just
That
Star Wars.
is-
They get to a bit at the end, and the husky dog, who's like the puppy, stops and he's like, "I need to tell you guys something. This is where my parents died." And then the puppies are just like they actually say, "Dude, we know." And it's like, what the mate?
Then there's that pure inspirational dog with a deep voice that just pops up now and then.
That was kind of cool because he's played by Chris Christopherson
Mhm.
of the Highwaymen.
Yep.
He
The
was
guy
a
who
highwayman.
played.
He was born upon the tide. From the sea, I did abide. Aye. There's like celebrities in this film. Well,
There is.
I use the term celebrities loosely, but I have like Jim Belushi's in this for about 2 seconds, right? And like, for a start, like if you can watch Jim Belushi for more than 2 minutes, then like fucking well done to you, because fuck Jim Belushi. I have a
Yeah,
theory
bad
of like, because I think he was in like Airbud. I'm not sure, but he's in all of like the spin-off sequels.
Should we go watch them just to make sure?
I looked up on IMDb. I have a theory though, where like they filmed, like they paid Jim Belushi. This is what I think, right? They paid Jim Belushi for a movie's worth of acting, and then just split it all up and put it in these like separate spin-off. So they just have a file somewhere like on a Disney computer that's just like, here's footage that we can.
They're just putting clip art hats onto his head.
Aye.
They like change his
They're like,
character.
this one's set in space, and they're like, oh shit, so they just like After Effects a space helmet on him. Like, Whoopi Goldberg's the cat in this. Did you guys know that?
Nope.
She's in it for like 2 seconds.
Yep.
Like, Whoopi Goldberg
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
need to be in this.
So what did you link it to?
No, we're not done yet.
Come on, man.
How the fuck can we not be done yet?
Because you haven't talked about how shit it enough about how shit it is.
Man. It was so bad. I wouldn't let my kids see that film.
No, there's like a limit. Like, I'm already kind of like, don't show your kids shit stuff just because they're kids. Like, show them good stuff. But that's like,
like Die Hard, Pulp Fiction, Kill Bill.
I was raised on a healthy diet of the scenes from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back that didn't have dicks in them, because my dad would just fast forward through them and be like, look, this is funny. So
That was me.
and I turned out like okay.
I was raised on Terminator 2 and Street Fighter.
Terminator 2. I wasn't raised on Street Fighter because like I have good
My dad
parents.
had a Sega Mega Drive and he had Street Fighter, one of the only 3 games.
Did they have Street Fighter?
No, he had
Did they
Streets
have
of
Street
Rage
Fighter
3.
the movie, the game?
No, he had Streets of Rage 3 and he was like, this is just the same, watch this movie. I was like, right.
I played Streets of Rage 2. my dad.
And I videotaped it.
Streets of Rage was kick-ass.
Aye.
So I'm going to link this film
Please do.
to something that might be reasonably fun to watch.
Please do.
Mhm.
Maybe.
Like,
This isn't... I'm getting back at you. Because Whoopi Goldberg is also in Pinocchio 3000, a Canadian Spanish language futuristic Pinocchio movie.
I know exactly what I would have linked this to, right? And it would be another Whoopi Goldberg film from the early 90s.
What?
Theodore Rex.
What the fuck?
Whoopi Goldberg plays a cop detective who is partnered up with an anthropomorphic T-Rex in the future.
no way.
I might watch that. Nothing to do. It's like the thing in Friends where Joey's like with a chicken.
Mac and cheese.
Aye.
That's a robot.
So did you go through Whoopi Goldberg?
Doc or some shit.
Oh, like his pet.
I don't know.
Did you go through Whoopi Goldberg?
No, I went through Dylan Sprouse.
Dylan Sprouse was in this.
Yep.
He voiced one of the
Some.
dogs or something.
So we're gonna watch the Zack and Cody movie.
Oh, you're a fucking dick.
Fuck yourself!
There's no hope left. There's no hope left.
Fuck you guys, I'll pick it next week because they're watching fucking Camp Rock 3 or some shit. Fuck yous all, man.
Camp Rock 3.
You're all watching fucking...
Johnny Capahala back on board.
Oh my fucking god. You know what? Because you know the same guy produced like all those fucking
Aye.
movies, so like...
Aye.
Oh my god, you guys are watching... You guys are... What's the one... What was the one... What was the one that
Wizards
was...
of Waverly Place.
No,
the movie.
yeah, that was alright. Right. What one was the one that was... It was Selena Gomez and Demi Lovato, and it was like... Princess... The Princess Protection Program or some shit. And it was like, fuck knows, man. There's so many Disney original movies. We should just do a segment where we watch Disney Channel original movies.
We shouldn't.
I'm going to make you all watch High School Musical 1, 2, 3. See if I pick High School Musical, will you agree to pick the sequels?
No.
So we can watch them all. How was fun and 2 are really good.
I'm gonna pick Cops if you do that, because the skater guy that plays the violin in the first one is like a meth addict and get arrested.
You get arrested for robbing a
Cops with
pizza
cameras.
shop or something
Aye.
shit.
So,
What movies did you watch?
Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, the film.
I know what that's about.
The
as well.
movie feature length.
I don't know anything about it.
Mhm.
Would you care to enlighten me?
It's something to do with... I want to say spies, like Cody Banks.
Great.
It's something to do with them being twins and they sign up for an experiment.
Awesome.
Do you guys remember what was the Disney Channel original movie that was about time travel? Like Clock Knuckles or some shit.
Nobody's.
Camp Rock.
That takes me back to
I don't know. But I do know that Ashley Tisdale's in Zack and Cody, so we could just go back to Scary Movie 5 and then just the Universal explode.
No.
And then just back to Snowbuddies. the
fucking look.
The unholy trinity.
Oh.
See the thing is, right,
Zack and Cody and Snowbuddies.
the last series of unfortunate events was so good because we were like picking terrible films and they're turning out amazing. And this is just...
It's just
I'm
depressing.
gonna watch
the
the Zack and
worst.
Cody movie like tonight.
I'm not.
So what movies did you watch?
Who wants to dive in?
Most of the stuff I'm going to talk about is like stuff yous have watched that I'd already seen.
You want me to dive in?
Sure. I watched 6 Days to Air, the documentary about South Park. It was really good. That's sort of it, I think, as far as movies go, apart from Snowbuddies. Snowbuddies broke me and made me hate films. So
Yeah, that happened to a lot of us.
I watched Paranormal Activity 4, but we've all seen that.
That is another creepy corner. Yeah.
Also, that's like the shittest one.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible.
I think the third one's the best one because it's set in the 80s.
The marked ones is the best one.
Well, that's a spin-off, but
For real. Go.
I watched The Theory of Everything.
Same. Have
It
you?
was,
Nope.
It was so good, man. I'm gonna talk in a serious voice.
Yeah, talking a quiet voice.
Yeah.
Aye, it's amazing that.
That is it. Eddie what?
Eddie Redmayne.
Redmayne. He was so good in that, man.
Aye, it's like actually quite spectacular.
Aye. You just even just the scenes that probably nobody pays attention to, and you're just like,
Aye, it's like,
you just don't break for 1 minute with us.
it is pretty, it's like unbelievable. So I don't understand how you could learn to do that.
Amazing.
Eh,
I think he'll get the Oscar, even though I've been saying for weeks that Michael Keaton will get it, but I've seen this
he's
now.
better
Yeah.
by a mile. I think Michael Keaton
Michael
should get
Keaton's,
it.
Michael Keaton's winning fuck all. He was Batman, come on.
The thing with the Theory of Everything is it's not actually a sad film.
Nah,
It's a happy
not
film.
Really, aye.
Like obviously the more neuron's sad and there is sad scenes, but the whole point of the film is that he was like always happy and always
Aye.
kinda, which I really liked about it.
Aye, it was great. It's heavy
No.
going, like
Aye.
I felt like I needed like a rest after I watched it. So, right, Jesus. Aye, it was awesome. I absolutely loved it. I guess I totally watched that since the last show. I've actually watched a decent amount of stuff, but it's all stuff that like you have watched as well, so I can just talk to you about it. I loved everything about it. If I'm honest, it was the acting in it was just perfect from top to bottom.
Who else is in it?
Felicity Jones.
Alright, okay.
The werewolf in Prisoner of Azkaban.
Really?
Aye, he plays like Stephen Hawking's
Oh, he totally
lecturer at
does,
uni.
yeah. You're right.
Right. See, I don't know why Stephen folk say that. I was thinking like the guy who's like the Death Eater, who like looks like a wolf as well. But
No.
you're talking about like, the guy that isn't Sirius Black.
Aye.
Lupin, Professor Lupin.
Aye.
He's in it.
Right. That would
Aye,
make
it's
sense. Aye.
It's great, man. Just everything about it was spot
Yeah, really good.
on. You should watch it, and then we can have a tell-all
I'm
hoopla.
going to try and watch them all, but like some of them I'm just like not interested in watching.
I
So like,
only need to watch like 2 more. I've seen them all.
Yeah, same. Boyhood and Selma.
I need to watch Selma and Grand Budapest Hotel.
I like Grand Budapest Hotel.
I did not talk about that last week.
You did?
I didn't.
You did?
I think so. I only watched it last week.
Aye, 'cause we talked about it.
You must have talked. You must have.
we
talked about it in person.
in Witherspoons.
I watched
Oh,
the
right,
Grand
aye.
Budapest Hotel.
I've not seen it.
There's not. The thing is about this film is that there's not really a story from start to finish.
No, there is.
Well, there is a wee bit like it's the guy telling a story, but like I don't know. Like, it's very well made.
Yeah,
It's very colourful.
I would see it winning best direction, but I wouldn't see it winning best picture.
No,
Not at all.
I can see why it got best costume design at the BAFTAs.
Aye,
Costumes are
Aye.
very good.
I'm going to need to check that out.
Yeah,
it's something
It's
that's like
definitely worth a
very
watch.
like because everything else that's sort of and it's like, well, everything looks like the time that it's set in, but Grand Budapest Hotel was like these were like got obviously very specifically designed for this film.
yeah.
So like, did you see how they done all the big shots of like the hotel? It's like miniatures.
Oh yeah,
It's really cool.
I know it's really good.
Awesome.
You should watch that.
What's next?
Whiplash.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, yo.
It's great, isn't it?
Like,
It's
say I was
intense.
expecting Whiplash to be this good, right? I'm just holding my hand a wee bit high. It was this good, and I'm holding it really high. I thought it was amazing.
Aye.
The
I
last 20 minutes of that film was just unbelievable.
I didn't really know like anything about it when I watched it. I was
No,
just like,
neither
folks
did I.
seem to think this is great.
I just knew it was about drums.
Aye.
I was like, I'll
Yeah.
watch this.
Aye. Aye, just...
Aye, it was really good. Do you think JK is a good shoe-in for best supporting?
Jonah James.
If it wasn't
Aye.
for Steve Carell, but I'm pretty sure Steve Carell's nominated for like best actor.
It's best actor. He's up for.
Yeah.
He's no like the lead character in that.
Not at all.
It's really strange.
It's weird
Spears.org.
though. It's all about. I think it's all about like it comes down to like screen time.
But the whole reason they never nominated Leo for The Departed was because he was in it with Matt Damon.
They just hate. They just
Aye.
fucking hate Leo though.
Aye,
So
totally.
like,
Like it's pure bullshit.
like it is. It's at the point now where it's not like like they must just not like him. Like
Aye.
I don't know what he's done, but like
No,
Aye.
there's not much you can say about Whiplash. It's
Aye,
about a boy who
it's
wants
no-
to play the drums,
He wants to be the best.
wants to be the
and
best,
the
and
guy that pushes him to be the best.
Aye,
I guess
he's a bit mad, but
totally.
J.K. Simmons looking swole
I know.
for his age, looking,
I know.
looking jacked up
aye, has
Had
some,
to wear those tight black
has
t-shirts.
some right biceps on
on whatever Anderson Silva's been on.
him. He gets suspended today.
Fuck him.
Aye,
Failed another drug test.
Fuck him and John Jones.
Yep.
So
aye. On
I thought that John was going to be John Cena. I thought this was going to get real serious after a minute.
welcome to UFC Ultimate Fighter Cast.
on to the next.
What did you watch?
Watched the Imitation Game.
Wolf, so did I. You can just talk about this here.
So
You mean Best
good.
picture Imitation Game.
No, I
It's
mean,
totally not going to win that. But
I mean,
Aye.
nominated
I
for
think it
best picture, but it was amazing game.
Aye, it was really, really, really good.
See
I
the
watched it
bit-
as well.
The bit, this might be a slight spoiler. But
spoilers.
Spoilers.
See the bit where he hears the woman talk about how she knows the German's got a girlfriend,
Mhm.
and he just goes because his girlfriend just lost Germany the war. I get goosebumps when he said that,
he's
man.
like-
I,
quality, innit, when he, like, cracks it.
I'm getting goosebumps again just talking about it.
It's kind of like
The hairs in the back of my neck are standing up. Oh my
uh,
god, bro!
when you think about it, you're like, that's like pure obvious. Like that, it's like so obvious.
Aye.
You're like, it makes total sense. Like why you would done that.
Uh,
Like Heil Hitler at the end of every one, you'd be like, look, these are the letters or like whatever.
Aye.
yeah.
Makes total sense.
Oh no, it was so good.
It's like it was Tom that kind of told me the story of Alan Turing. I didn't really
Aye.
know much about him. If I'm totally
No,
honest.
I knew about.
And he kind of gave me the blurb on
Aye.
it, and I was like, that sounds like a really good story, man. I watched it and just
Keira Knightley was also good in this film.
I don't like Keira Knightley very much, and I thought she was really good in this.
Aye.
I thought she was alright. Aye.
Thought Benedict Cumberbatch was sublime.
Aye.
He usually puts in a good effort.
Puts in a good shift.
Apart from the Hobbit. Fuck the
Mark
Hobbit.
Strong was in it because he's done everything in it.
I like. Who was the guy that played? Is it Hugo?
What one's Hugo?
Like the kind of womanizer.
Aye. I forget
Is he-
his name. He's in.
He's in Things, isn't he?
Aye, I've seen him.
He was quite
I've
good. I like
recognised him.
and the Dirty Scottish Bastard.
Aye.
He was good.
He was quite funny. No, it was a good film. I mean,
Aye.
there's not really much to spoil about this film because it's a pretty well-known story.
Aye.
Aye.
See that?
Alan Turing broke the impossible Enigma code.
Look at the end. I just had to kind of like sit for a minute.
Aye.
It's like Jesus fucking Christ.
This isn't one of the films where you're going to spoil it. It's just this man broke an Enigma code and this is how he done it.
Aye.
Aye.
So
It's man. I want to watch it again.
He like
kinda wanna watch
basically,
it again as
he like basically invented computers.
Aye. And ended the war like 2 years early and
Aye.
saved like 15 million.
And didn't get
Fucking
pardoned
rights or
until 2013, which is
Aye.
fucking ridiculous.
last year, 2 years ago. Oh, it's 2015, isn't it?
Aye.
Totally is. Aye.
It's
It's
February.
nearly fucking WrestleMania again.
Get ready.
I feel like it was like yesterday.
Sorry, but because Fastlane's on Sunday.
It is. Aye.
It's on Sky Sports 1.
Is it?
Aye.
I might watch it on Sky instead of watching it on the network. Just because
I think that is
Aye.
me until
I'll
the
get it in
creepy
H-
corner.
I'll get it in HD.
Is it?
Aye.
Aye, I watched Snow Buddies.
So that should have been in the creepy corner.
Aye.
I'm
Aye.
trying to think of like if I've kind of missed any actual motion pictures.
I've
I
got
totally watched something for creepy corner actually, which we've all seen now.
My list is on my phone.
Awesome. You want me to pull it up for you?
Aye, please.
Where is it?
Just in my notes.
you're gonna have like poetry lyrics in your notes.
I did have song lyrics, but I deleted them all.
Oh,
In case of this.
No, just because they were terrible. I have like short film
Right,
notes and stuff. but-
Horrible Bosses 2.
Yo, Horrible Bosses 2 is horrible.
it's horrible.
That film was some
Was that not?
bang average bullshit.
That was in Gary's top 10.
Aye, it was. Gary said it was better than the first one. Gary's a fucking liar. Because it just like wasn't at all.
I have a big stack of movies to watch for next week, so Snow Buddies really took it out of me, man.
I like like now like Horrible Bosses, like the plot to Horrible Bosses. The second one is like kind of that, but like not as good, and they do it again.
Right. I've not seen the first one, so
Right, well, in the first one they try to kill their bosses,
right,
and in the second one it's like they kidnap someone.
right, great.
Chris Pine is the person they kidnap.
Cool.
He's funny.
Yep, the see horrible boss.
Aye, basically. Well, no, Christoph Waltz is. Christoph Waltz didn't want to be in that movie. You can like tell when you watch it. You're just like,
thinking you're a smelly bastard.
get up, yous.
I hate you.
Breathe it in.
Nope.
My cousin told me if they ever made a film about my life, Chris Pine should play me, but I completely disagree. He should be Sean Connery. just put loads of makeup on him.
Just get James McAvoy. He's like the
I'll just get Ice Cube Jr.
The Miz.
because Ice Cube Jr.'s playing
Ted DiBiase Jr.
Ice Cube Jr.'s playing Ice Cube in the new NWA film.
Aye.
Is it NWA? Or is that?
What's it called?
It's straight out of Compton.
Oh, is that the?
That is like totally what it is.
I was thinking that was maybe the wrestling title. That's the NWO, but
NWO for life. NWO for life.
Still here, Stephen.
Down.
Right. I so like I kind of like it was funny, but like it was just like pure.
Just one kind of throwaway. Like,
Aye, it was like totally forgettable.
I've watched this and now it's finished.
Aye.
Aye.
Like I paused it halfway through to just like do other stuff because I was just like I can't be bothered watching this.
There's 3 movies here that sound creepy.
I know one of them's American Gothic. That's not a horror.
Right, American Gothic. Go.
Run
it.
American Gothic is like this weird, like quirky indie comedy that stars Kat Dennings.
I honestly thought you were going to say Kid Rock though.
I wish. And like now that guy from 500 Days of Summer that's like Jordan Gossoff-Levitt's like mate.
The guy looking along here.
The one that asks about all the jobs. He's like asking if you get a hand job and all that. He's like the doctor.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the kind of guy with the kind of like Jufro, and then there's like the other guy.
Aye, the guy with the long hair.
Aye, like him, right?
Aye.
So like him, and he plays this like mad sort of like he left this like suburban town. He left this like suburban town to go to college or whatever.
Right.
And he's like a hipster basically.
Right.
And he like runs out of money, so he comes back home. And the whole thing is that like he can see like the ghosts.
Oh fuck! Right. Okay.
NB.
And it's sort of like this paranormal comedy.
Right.
Where it's like he can see like this ghost is killing folk in the town, and he's like the only person that can see it.
Is
so
it?
him and Kat Dennings have to like figure out how to stop people from getting killed.
Is it good?
Aye, it was like weird, like really weird.
It sounds weird.
It was like super, like people would maybe just like, I could see people just hating it.
Aye.
Just like this is weird. I don't get it. It's fucking like it is very like indie, like very indie.
It's like more indie than Baby Shambles.
I've not seen Baby Shambles.
That's a band with Pete Docter.
Aye, I know. But I thought like you meant a film
So
about
is
them or
Indies
something.
Total Divas.
Fuck off.
So is Indies the Two Towers?
Nothing's as indie as the Two Towers.
It's an off indie movie. We spent like $300 million.
Aye. So that was kind of like, I don't know. I don't know if I liked it just because I liked the cast.
Aye.
Because the guy who is the dad in it is Laura Palmer's dad from Twin Peaks. He's in like a bunch of other stuff, but like that's what I know.
He was the
from.
Devil and
He was
Reaper.
the Devil and Reaper. Aye.
That Wayward Pines looks fucking
It does, doesn't it? It looks
awesome,
great.
Man.
What's that?
It's like basically that's like Twin Peaks-esque like thing that's coming up
Aye,
next
Twin
year.
Peaks-esque, but it's like nothing
Aye.
really like it, to be honest.
It's folk making like pure lit. It's the same setup, but it's like a pure weird town, and he's a cop. He's like a special agent.
Aye, but that's kind of it. Like
Aye.
it's the actual plot is pretty interesting. What the fuck?
It's because I didn't like it. It's like cutting it.
Oh, right, okay.
I guess like if I just watched it because I was like, this looks. Because I kept seeing the cover for it, and I was like, that looks shit. And then I watched the trailer, and I was like, that doesn't actually look that shit.
Aye.
So I watched it, and then it was.
I tried to check out that Fortitude,
Aye.
and I get 10 minutes in, and was like bored out of my
So my dad
mind.
said that as well. He said
Aye, my dad watched
said he watched the first episode and it was like pure slow. So he was going to watch the second one. If he didn't like it, he's just going to start watching it.
Mhm.
So, aye, American Got it was quite good. It wasn't like amazing,
Aye.
but
It's like, oh, you watched it was
It
the
sounds
creep.
pretty interesting. I might check that out.
aye.
You also watched Saturday Night.
I did watch Saturday Night.
I really want to watch that. I just can't
Do you have
find it.
a better internet
And-
on your
Yes.
HMV.
right? Put that on
Mm-hmm.
and then go to Hulu and you can watch it for free on Hulu.
Hulu.
Aye.
Okay.
Aye. So Saturday Night is the James Franco documentary about Saturday Night Live
Aye.
that was
Alright.
filmed in 2010 and came out last year.
Mhm.
It's like, and when you watch it, you're like, like I think it was filmed before 2010 as
How
well.
long was it?
An hour and a half.
Ah, right. Awesome. Because that South Park one was only like 40 minutes.
And basically what it is like not the cast they have just now, the cast before that. So like Bill Hader, Andy Samberg, Will Forte, and then like Kenan Thompson.
I've like never watched a full episode of Saturday Night Live.
I've never
I
watched
love
it.
Do they like? So see, you're saying like the cast they had before, what they have now. Do they like wholesale change it when they change it?
People like fade out.
Right.
People
Is it-
leave, and
is
then
it like
they get
li-
new folk, and eventually it'll just be a full new cast.
What is it, like live sketches?
Live sketches and music is basically what it is.
It's
And
a
then a
set-
celebrity hosts it every week.
Yeah, is it essentially like their version of Ant and Dec's Saturday Night Takeaway, but better?
Like way better. It's like not a game show. It's like an actual.
I
like,
know, but like we don't really have a
it's
live
like a,
sketch
It's like
Saturday
it's
night.
like a review. It's
Saturday
like a
Night
comedy
TV is
review.
Such a weird fucking show. Isn't it?
Yeah, there's no really any script. They change it every year. It's like, oh,
I don't know.
people were diving in mud this week. Now they're going to be eating marshmallows.
Oh, John Cena was on Parks and Rec last night. Apparently.
Oh shit! Yes, I have that to watch when I get in. Oh well, right, okay, yeah.
Can I just give a shout out to how incredibly good Arrow is now?
Aye.
Like, it's
I really
always-
need to start
it's
watching that again.
It's always been awesome, but see now it is like
Aye.
it's changed the game.
See, a lot of folks saying they just like gave up on Gotham already. Like, folk are like,
I'm just gonna like binge watch it at some point.
Aye.
Not really.
I got to the third episode with Balloon Man. And I was like, I'm done with this. Instead, I didn't watch another episode.
It's the chronological sequel to the OC, so
Aye. No.
like what he done in my mind. That's like what he done after the OC. That character was Jim Gordon.
I like how it's basically set in the animated series Gotham.
It's cool.
Aye.
It's weird, but
Aye. So like Saturday Night's basically like it's crazy. Like they have because how Saturday Night Live works is they start on like the Monday writing the show, and then they have until Saturday night to finish the show, and they write it with the celebrity that they're on this week, and like because they have to be there for like the full week, like rehearsing and stuff like that. And what they do is they work up until the Saturday, take the Sunday off, start the Monday again. So
It's
the
hardcore.
I know the episode that they
that sounds alright.
know when you like see what they do, but
Aye.
like it's mental.
I guess as somebody that actually has like done that, it's a bit different
Aye.
kind of mindset. Like,
s-
it totally fucking sucks.
there's a bit
But,
where
like, you get used to it, you know
there's a
what
bit where Will Forte is walking around, and he's like, "Oh yeah, last week I get 25 minutes sleep." You're just like, "What the fuck, man?"
I mean? What, all week?
All week.
What the fuck?
And he's just like, but they're like, it's because like see in America, see if you want to be a comedian, Saturday Night Live is like
Oh, aye.
that's like where you
Aye.
go, like
Well,
that's
nobody moaning about how much they'll be getting paid
aye.
for it, you know
Like
what
if you make it to Saturday Night Live, even as like a writer,
I mean? Aye,
like that's like the pinnacle.
It's like live at the Apollo.
Can I guess that's maybe the closest we have to
Aye.
Saturday Night Live actually over here. But that was that's stolen from like there's an live at the Paul in
Aye, I
America
know,
as well,
yeah.
so like it's taken from there.
I don't really watch Saturday Night TV.
No, I nailed that.
No, I would if I was I would have lived in America.
No,
but
I totally do, but my Saturday Night TV starts late because like I watch UFC on Saturday if it's on. So I'll watch like Match of the Day and then like the Football League show, and then the UFC tends to start around the time that finishes. So like my Saturday Night TV watching totally happens, but it starts at like 10:30 at night.
I might start. The Saturday Night Lives are on Netflix, aren't they?
aye, but not all of them, and they take the musical guests out because they don't have the rights to the music.
I might just start watching them then. I wanted to like see old ones. as well.
Aye.
Like,
They used to have like the season. They used to have like they had like the first season on Sky for a while, like on box set, and it's like Bill Murray and like Chevy Chase and that. It's amazing.
that's crazy, isn't it?
But anyway, so the episode that it focuses on is John Malkovich is hosting. I don't know what. I'm guessing maybe it was when what's that zombie movie, the zombie love movie, with the guy for Skins in it. No.
Warm Bodies.
Yeah, Warm Bodies, because he was in that. I'm assuming it's maybe like around about that time.
No, that came out in like 2012.
Did it?
Or 2013, aye.
You spoke
I
about
don't-
Warm Bodies in this, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I like very.
We've been going for 3 years.
On and off, we've been doing this quite a while.
Aye.
Because it started when we were at college as a way to learn this shit. Mostly.
And get back to normal, well brains.
Aye, pretty
Aye.
much. Like,
But anyway, so like, it's basically James Franco films the entire thing. Like he does it with them. It's
Aye.
not just like produced by him. Like he done it,
Alright.
and it's him basically following them around. Like I don't think he leaves the studio for like a week. He's just sat in the studio because they'll just live in 30 Rock for like a week,
mhm.
and then break. Like they hardly ever go home. There's some folk who you see more because like there'll be folk on Saturday Night Live who are like made it big. Like Jason Sudeikis was in it at the time, but he was in movies as well, so he's not there the full time.
Mhm.
And stuff like that. But basically what they have to do is 9 sketches make it on air on the Saturday night.
Aye.
And every week they write 50. And then pick what ones are good and what ones are shit. And then they go down from like 50 to like so many.
Is
And
that
then
like a huge team that work on it, aye?
there's writers, like the main cast, and then like a group of writers.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's still like everyone writes like too many scripts and then give in their best ones kind of thing. So like and you see like how they go from like here's how we wrote the script to like here's like and then like these 9 different sketches. It's really cool. It's just really fucking
I'd
cool.
probably watch that.
I remember working on that like that boat gig thing,
Aye.
and we'd like work
Booze Cruise.
8 AM to like 9 PM or something like
Aye.
that, which isn't 13 hours, isn't too brutal. But then that was in Glasgow, so I'd like drive home an hour,
Aye.
and then like I'd have shit to do for the next day to prep for the next day.
Aye.
So I'd end up getting like 4 hours sleep or something,
Aye.
and then drive back, and you just end up like living it. It's
Aye.
just, like, nothing else. I think my phone was off like the majority of it. And
Yeah.
you just pure zone out, I guess.
Aye.
It's just real weird seeing like because obviously they have to do that all week and then actually be on the show as well
Mhm.
and like get it right.
That'd be the fun bit to them, but
Aye.
that's the bit. It's
Pays off.
Aye.
You see like they follow Bill Hader quite a lot. I think it's because he's just like everyone fucking loves Bill Hader. Like
he's funny. Man.
um,
Everything he's in, he's just hilarious. Like he,
and it's just like they never once like complain.
aye,
They just do it.
because they want to be there. Like,
Aye.
that's what they've worked their career to get to is to be doing that. So
Aye. And then as well as that, I also watched the 2.5 hour 40th anniversary like show that they done.
aye, what was
Which was
that?
really cool.
What was that like?
It was awesome. I loved it. It was basically like they got everyone who's kind of ever like basically anyone who's still alive that was on the show, and they got to like come and talk, and then like folk who have always been like big hosts, folk who've hosted like 13 times and all that kind of thing.
Will Ferrell's hosted a lot.
I might
isn't
check
he?
that
Well,
out.
Phil was in it.
He was in it.
He was a cast member.
I might check that out
It's really good. It's like really, really good.
because I've never watched the episode.
There's some stuff where it was like they done a bit where it was like all the musical stuff, and they got Dan Aykroyd out to do Blues Brothers, but done it with Jim Belushi, and I was just like, don't do it. Like, don't get.
I
to
thought you liked Jim
I
Belushi.
fucking hate Jim Belushi. Like, it must suck being Jim Belushi and living in your brother's shadow, right? It must be terrible. Like, his brother's dead, but like, even still, like,
Is that
John Belushi,
is that the guy out of?
Blues Brothers.
Blues Brothers.
I think that's where I've seen him, but
He was in a few other things, but not all.
It would have been
Terrible,
like
mate.
it would
Yeah.
have been like stuff like Blues Brothers. He died like after Blues Brothers was made because he was meant to be in Ghostbusters,
right.
and he died.
Okay. How did he die?
Drug overdose.
Oh shit.
Oh, did.
Right.
Because 80s.
Aye.
Creepy Corner.
I feel like there's something else on that list.
I'm gonna totally watch that 40th anniversary.
It's really good. There's a Wayne's World sketch on it.
Awesome.
So, aye. It's a lot of just like, here's... there's nothing... It's just like, remember all these characters that are like better than the folk that are on it now? Here they are again. Like, it's basically what it is, aye. And then there's like musical acts as well, like Kanye's on it, and Paul McCartney's on it, and other folk are on it. I don't know.
People.
Aye. Everyone's always rotten when they're on it because it's like actual live. They get caught out. Someone get caught out lip syncing a few years ago, so they don't do it anymore. Ashley Simpson get caught lip syncing. It's hilarious.
People lip sync everywhere. Eminem lip syncs.
It was really funny. Like the wrong song started playing.
Great.
It's so good. You can watch it on YouTube. It's really funny.
I think there's a Family Guy sketch.
There is.
And all those kind of people like that have their own sound engineer. So someone they personally pay fucked it.
Aye.
Because it's great. Like, see the folk who will work the sound on Saturday Night Live.
Aye.
They'll just like be miking the comedians, and then that's like sort of it. And then like the live acts will have their own like folk
Yeah.
who will do it all. So it's probably actually pretty decent.
Aye. There was some folk when you watched the 40th anniversary. They were just like they clearly just didn't want to be there.
Aye.
Aye. Like you could just see it. There was folk there.
Is Eddie Murphy on it?
Yep. He comes out and does like a monologue.
Cool.
I
I know he's a big
Yeah.
part of it. I know he's like the only guy who ever hosted it while still actually
Yeah.
being like a
Is-
cast member.
Aye.
Is
Weird, but
Saturday Night Live, like, is it prime time or is it like post 9 o'clock?
It's 9 o'clock.
So it's like
9 o'clock to 11:30 or something like that.
what is prime time?
Prime time's like dinner
It's
time.
like it's like five till 8 or
Because
something like that.
I've always just known like that's when you put stuff on.
That's when The Simpsons is on.
Aye.
But prime time, like, no one really watches TV at prime time anymore.
Aye, it's
Like,
like not a thing yet.
if-
Really
if-
now.
Yeah, if I do it,
When I watch TV on a Saturday night, I start watching at like 10:30.
there was a time, apparently, where like I was saying to my dad, like, why do they show Match Today at like 10:30, 11 o'clock? And it's like apparently they tried to do it for a few years at like 5:30, but like it just wasn't working. Like it just
Folk just want to watch
I
it.
think part
Aye,
of it's
well,
to do with rights now,
like,
like Sky show all their stuff at that time.
But also, like, when you watch Match Today, like, the amount of stuff that they analyse and things, we'll need to prep for that. And then, like, all the folk that have been at the football, which
Aye,
probably accumulates about 200,000 people.
That it's a fucking riot trying to get that show
Aye.
like, ready to go,
it'll be-
man.
Aye.
Like,
it'll be crazy.
that's...
Because it's like extremely well made, and like the last match of the day will like finish like 3 hours before the show airs.
I guarantee
So,
they're
like-
still editing that before,
Aye.
like, during the...
Well, seeing sports scenes on the next day, lazy bastard.
Aye, I know.
I know, they're just
You
like...
check my list for me. I feel like there's something I've not...
There's something, but I'm not sure if it's a horror. Grove Halls,
That's a horror.
Friday 13th. Aye, that's it.
Is it?
Aye.
Alright, okay.
Right, let's go.
I watched some wrestling shit, but this is not the...
No, it's not.
That's the wrong fucking podcast.
Let's go on the train.
You guys watch Total Divas?
No.
No.
Okay.
You guys at home should follow at Get Wrecked Podcast on Twitter.
I don't,
You probably should, because
Aye.
it's
I
at
don't.
29 followers.
because
And,
I'm in it.
aye.
Aye. Right, okay, let's see. What's next?
Creepy Collar.
Oh shit.
El Creepo Corner. Don't play the wrong thing. Don't fuck it up. It starts really quick. Ladies and gentlemen, clean your boards. Chris's corner. I don't know.
This is Corner of Creeps.
Chris's creepy corner.
It's the creepy corner.
We've seen Chris's creepy corner. Can I announce the theme of this year's Sweaty Steve's Spectacular Scare-a-thon, since I've not done it yet?
Of course you can.
Aye, that is one of the things I was referencing when I said we've been.
If Chris's
Looking at
Creepy
shit.
Corner
Aye.
stands for anything, it stands for family and friends. So on you go.
And horror.
Aye.
So as
And them getting brutally murdered.
so seeing as it's 2 months already into the year, I thought I should maybe start getting my shit together for
It's flying in, man.
start getting my shit together for Sweaty Steve's Spectacular Scare-a-thon.
The
Because
squeakle.
last year was a shit show. Well, it's not a shit show, but like it's hard going. Like it's not easy. So I thought I'd like prepare more this year. So
Aye.
I've already picked the theme this year. And since this is the second one I'm doing, I'm dubbing it Sweaty Steve's Spectacular Scare-a-thon 2: the sequel. So it's going to be 31 movies over 31 days, and they're all going to be sequels. So look forward to that. I'm not.
We're already planning out Extra Life, and it's 8 months away or whatever.
Aye.
As well, so because that was a last minute thing as well. In case people don't know what that is, it's a 24-hour gaming marathon. In fact, 25 hours because the clocks go back.
Yep.
That's why you do it on the 25th. It's hard going. But we done it as like basically a hardcore basically like an endurance test.
Aye.
This, like,
I don't know.
there, and it was like me, Stephen, and Gary did it. Just us in Stephen's room for 25 hours.
Aye.
I don't know how I'm going to do this animation jam that's 48 hours when I was like hallucinating at the end of it.
But do you sleep?
Well, probably not, no.
What the fuck? So like we did that, but like we were getting like cabin fever, man. We're looking into getting like 2 rooms and like more people when you can rest. Because I was like,
I'll just, if you want me to join, I'll just sit in the back and play Football Manager for 25 hours.
There was like 2 games of the full thing I didn't play. So
This seemed mental.
it was a lot of fun. It was hard. Like it,
Aye.
naturally.
Like this year, like Willie was
For a good
Willie's
cause.
Willie will have 2 rooms by the time.
Aye, we're gonna have like 2 rooms in the go. People can rest,
People can like go out for fresh air and like.
go fucking sleep.
Aye.
Like, I feel like
Even when like professional folk do it, like not one person does it for the full 25 hours kind of
we
thing.
totally did, and it was. I'm really glad we did it because now I've done it.
Aye.
But already, I think for this year there's like fucking like 8 of us or something.
Aye, like more people want to do it.
If you
Which
do,
basically means we can't do it in my house if like so many folk want to do it
Yeah.
because it's not big enough.
if you do want me to join, I would be alright. But I would.
At the moment, in my head, I want
Us to.
talking about this as if I'm fucking like, running it or something, which I'm not meaning to. But in my head, I want to do 2 TVs and board games,
Oh.
and we're gonna film it.
So you're saying folk would be doing rests?
Yes.
Like you would have to have their alarm clock waking up to stake me out tonight.
Yeah, totally. But like, there's not going to be any structure. It's just like if you're tired, go sleep. If you want to go sleep for 8 hours, feel free. Like it's a team thing, and that's how they do it in America. Because in America,
Team
like,
Extreme.
like in America, if you're doing it, you do it through Extra Life. We don't have it here,
Aye.
so like you do it as a team. That's how people raise like $1 million for it and shit. Because like websites will do it,
Aye.
and their team will be anybody that wants to donate. You know what I mean?
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm
We're
looking.
gonna have to figure out like the live streaming stuff as well. All that stuff.
I
Man.
feel like if we're documenting it, it doesn't matter. Because like, see the.
It's just good to show folk like here. This is we're doing it.
Aye.
Like now
like,
it's
the
not.
streaming setup was actually really good, and it was working well. People were.
I
watching
watched
it.
Super Mario Galaxy.
I was fucking loving that, man. I love that game so much. I totally remember that. That was me.
It's just somebody jumping on the spot. It's like, sorry.
I was doing like the triple jumping. I was trying to show them the triple. Like, you could do this mad triple flip jump thing.
I don't remember that.
It's really hard. we were eating. We were eating at the same time.
Yeah, you put your foot in your pizza.
And but every time you restarted a console, the stream crashed.
Ah, right,
And
okay.
you had to
Well,
start it. You had to start a new one, and that meant starting a new link as well. The URL didn't stay the same.
Which is why
and
you
then-
need like a something to stop that from happening.
And then when we hit the PS2, where you can't put a new game on without restarting it,
Well, can I just like fuck this?
it just didn't work. So
There's a way you can do it. That's what it was. I was saying like if we could stream a camera,
of the room.
it shouldn't restart when we're restarting the games. It should just stay on the camera.
I hope not.
And like my GoPro can't do that because it's a budget one. But Daz, I was talking about getting like one of the pure expensive ones. So hopefully, if he does that, we can use that. To
We
stream.
should have basically like a almost security cam
Aye.
just on the room.
Aye.
Just the.
Well, I'm going to do that anyway with my GoPro, and then I might time lapse it and see like
Aye.
and put it on the camera. Like,
I still plan on doing a massive amount of it,
Aye, so there.
but I'll sleep a couple hours.
Like I want to do like more than like half, but like
aye,
like
by a mile.
like 20 hours maybe or something like that. But like I don't.
If no, see when you think back to it, no wonder we were so tired because like we literally played 30 games.
We're obviously up before
Aye, totally.
that 24 hours as well.
I
Yeah.
worked a night shift before it. I get in my house at 4 a.m. and we started it at midday.
Amazing.
You don't realise how much your brain is engaged when you're playing games, because it's like even like 10 hours in, we were like, whoa, like.
Just like when you get to
Fuck.
the point where like your body physically hurts, you should probably just be like, I should maybe lie down.
I was like cramping up by the end and stuff.
I just like my back and my stomach hurt at the same time, and I just thought I was going to throw up.
It was like totally like just thrown together. We didn't
Aye.
even have like seats.
Aye,
It was like on the floor and shit.
like we broke a chair.
Aye, totally did. Through no fault of Gary.
Aye,
Like
we
Gary
broke
broke a chair.
broke a chair.
But like you'd moved one of those chairs out of here
Aye,
before this because they're fucked.
aye.
Aye.
I was just fucked with folks sitting in them all the time. Like they're not meant to be like they're like dinner table
Aye.
chairs, and like we don't use it. So
Just that way, but we'll like see if a chair gets broken by someone using it. Doesn't seem very productive.
no,
But I'm super excited to do that again now, like, because it's not going to be quite as fucking brutal. Even just being able to like go outside for like 5 minutes, just like sit and like check Twitter
aye,
or something, like just to keep your
aye, keep you going, kind. Aye.
normal. Because you've been in Stephen's room, have you?
We
It's
played
like-
Cards Against Humanity.
And like we were.
Watched Quarantine to Terminal.
Oh, so we did. We were in there for 25
It's the
hours.
greatest birthday party of all time.
I found myself going to the toilet, like, just so I wasn't in the room anymore.
Aye.
I'd, like, go in and, like, wash my hands and just stun for a minute.
I think there was a point where I filled the basin up the sink up with cold water and just put my face in it.
Yep.
It was just like, I'm gonna die.
And we were all kind of, by the end of it, we were all kind of getting at each other a bit, man. From all three of us. Like, we were getting frustrated with each other and, like, nappy and just... It was hard work. Like,
Aye.
just... I was getting cabin fever. Cabin fever 4.
Well, I like actually hallucinated. So,
Did
like,
you?
aye. Because I like fell asleep and thought I was still playing games with my eyes open, and then like, woke up and I was just like pressing the
You
X
thought-
button on.
I just remember playing Dave Mirror, like, on the PS1.
I remember like getting raging because you just like kept playing that, and it was like shit. And I was just like, fucking turn that off, and you were like, no, and I was like, get to fuck, man.
I remember playing Theme Park on it.
Aye, that's when I was hallucinating.
Oh.
I just kept pressing the X button.
So much talking.
Oh, fucking hell,
Then
man.
I put on
And
the
the thing kept coming up, and it was like, you should do this, and we were just like, get to fuck.
we played. Ended up playing Vice City for ages and listening to happy hardcore music.
I think the thing as well is, I think Vice City was like the wall, because we put that on, we were just like, holy fuck, man.
Aye,
See, because like you're playing on a HD telly, but it's some kind of old console,
aye.
your like eyes strain like fuck when you're like doing it, because they look like shit, like
Aye.
especially like an N60. But
Because there was only 3 of us, it was like, if I go take a break, this won't keep going. You know what I mean? Like, it
I
was
think I'm gonna get like eye spray for like the next time, because like my eyes will like
bear mace.
mace myself, so I'd have to
This
do
is
it
the
again.
mace to use on bears.
But it'll be like, this year there's going to be so many of us that like both TVs will always be going, and then like half of us can just
Fuck
chill
off.
out. Aye. We also drank like 2 litres of Monster.
I'll be doing that again.
I wouldn't be doing that again. I was
Yeah.
like, ow.
Yeah, all you need is one can of Pillar Horse, mate.
I imagine.
Oh, where are you?
I'll
I'm
maybe just get-
gonna
I'll maybe
create a
just get,
Pillar
like-
Horse.
I'm on the roof.
I think as well as like if you
I'm
go,
flying.
I think as well as like if there's more of us, we can like go do like runs to places. Because I'd probably just go to Costa and buy like 4 of those big
Aye.
caramel.
Or like, you just want some
Like
food,
those.
we'll go get some food.
Aye.
Like it just, no.
Because like having to go buy all the shit as well before it was.
Me and Gary playing that WCW game. It's fucking, that's my leg.
No, there's like they're like birds or something, but I thought it was a dog. I was like, fuck.
Me and Gary playing WCW Backstage Assault. That was as low as it got, I think. That was like...
No.
I can't even go
I'm
on
gonna,
stage,
like-
it's only backstage.
I'm gonna buy like deliberately shit games.
We're gonna
The last year.
I want to do some demo derbies as well.
Aye, we done that.
Aye, but I've got more. And the rules are, but you have to play everything.
See, if you go into like the charity shops downtown, they just like have those.
I've got a basin of them. I've got like maybe 50.
Yep.
And you just, like, but you have to play everything on it.
Yep.
So creepy movies.
Oh, aye.
Oh, aye, horrors.
Right, I rewatched Dracula Untold.
Right.
It's
Number 10, the movie of 2014.
No, it wasn't. But what I would like to say is that the characters are terrible, but it's not that bad a film. It's a good action film. Have you seen it?
Nope.
Like, folk are saying it's pure shock and all that, but like, you know, like, it's not any worse than Blitz starring Jason Statham or anything like that. Do you know what I mean?
Aye.
But it was kind of creepy. But
the actual story of like Vlad Dracula is like pretty fucking.
We done Dracula in
pretty crazy.
we done Dracula in college.
What age was he? Like 13 or something?
Who?
Vlad.
I don't know.
the Impaler.
Aye.
Like
There's like, because I was like
Dracula was a real guy.
Aye, Vlad the Impaler.
Aye, well, there's like, he's based off like a couple of different guys. Because there's Vlad the Impaler and there's Vlad Tepes as well.
It's the same guy.
Is that the same guy? Well, Vlad Tepes. He was like he was like an old guy. He wasn't like young. He was like old.
It's the boy prince though.
Aye, like maybe he was like young and compared to like who would have been like king at the time, but like he wasn't like young.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
Anyway, I watched Let Me In, and I'm annoyed at myself.
Why? Because it's good.
Well, no, it was
You
good.
watched the original?
No, that's why I'm annoyed. Because I've got it on DVD and I wanted to watch the original
think
first,
that-
but I didn't.
My dad said he preferred the original. I think like the right one in.
It's got a better IMDb horror rating, so
Aye, like it's
probs why.
it's like creepier. It's like not as like homogenized for the US
have you seen it?
audience.
It's,
No,
it's,
I
it's,
watched I think I watched part of it at college for something.
it's well made. You can't.
Aye, no,
can't
totally.
complain.
Just because it's like French doesn't mean.
It's about a wee boy who kind of gets bullied all the time, and like he's
going daft outside, man.
he's having like thoughts about like he'd like love to like take a knife to school and stab them all Nazis.
I think it was that bit because there's like a kid that's bullying him in it.
Aye.
No, do you know what it was? I watched a bit of it with my dad. I think.
Aye, there's kids that bully him and he kind of wants revenge on it, and he meets this lassie who's moved in next door.
I've made sense of the Vlad thing.
Aye.
Continue up to that.
And she's like, you should just go battle them and all that. And then he like kind of, even though they're 12, it's kind of like a love story. So he's like, you want to be my girlfriend and all that. She's like, aye.
She's like the vampire.
And then he like, and then it keeps going on.
I'm
and
looking
then,
forward to watching it.
it's good. And then he finds out she's a vampire and all that. And I won't say anything else.
I'm like 15 minutes into it, but I'd like watched Snow Buddies right before it, and it just.
Let's just never mention that
broke my
again.
will.
What are you doing?
Wait, the Vlad Dracula thing is that he was in power 3 times.
Right.
The first time he was 17,
Right.
which is why he's the boy prince. But then for some reason, he was no longer.
He gets sent away to become a
Man.
warrior.
Aye, and then he came back and was like ruled again, and then. Like 14 years later, he ruled again.
Aye.
So,
What a lad.
he's a fucking crazy motherfucker.
Aye.
I watched another scary film.
Yes.
The House is October built.
Oh, I forgot about this.
I've got stuff to say about this film.
Oh.
Aye, it's
I've got some serious.
it's really good, man.
I'm gonna take this down to a serious note here.
Yep.
Usually when I talk about horror films, I'm like, aye, it's good, it was shite, it was alright. This really is a like underrated, amazing, original,
So fucking
classic.
good, man.
like how
Is it-
folk
is it
don't know,
underrated, but, 'cause, like,
I think it's
everyone who's seen it loves it, so it's like.
but not a lot of people have seen it.
Oh, like know about it like at all.
Aye, that's why I think it's underrated. Like, it's just brilliant. The fact that half of it's just not a normal documentary, and then
It's genius.
Smartly made, well done.
I was saying
It's
that.
great.
See if I'd like seen that movie last year when it came out, it would have taken over the Babadook on my top 10 list. Like
Aye.
it's that good.
Aye, it is.
it's definitely up there.
It really is something else, man.
Aye.
The Babadook.
I hope it can like catch on and get
I don't even know if it's out here over here yet. I think.
make some goddamn money.
Well, I think the thing was it because there's 2 versions of it on IMDb, and I think it was like released independently, and then whoever it was picked up distribution for it or whatever. But man, it's so good. How scary is the doll girl, man? How fucked up.
Aye, to me that's like iconic.
Aye.
That was one of the...
I'd love to go to a haunted house that was just based off that.
I mean, that was the extreme one.
Aye. Like, it's the first horror film in a while that's like actually had me like scared. Probably since the Babadook, actually. That had me, like, give me the fear. I had nightmares and that after it.
Us three watching the Babadook was amazing. Just like, every now and then we'd turn right and go, here. Let's get on.
It was when Tom jumped at us above so below and shouted fuck off loudly in the cinema and then hugged me. It's hilarious, man.
That's hilarious. I don't know like how much it get made for. And
I'm going to ask him like not a lot because it's sad.
Check Wiki, mate, too.
But
oh, I see what you mean. There's like 2.
Aye, 2 entries listings for it. Aye. It probably done like the festival circuit or something like that.
The guy who directed it was
Nutter.
was an extra in Superman Returns.
Okay. Oh, I have seen that.
What game's that?
The Order.
Right. Here, I think the original of this was actually a documentary.
Oh, really?
Right, I think so, aye. Like, all the folk in it play themselves.
Aye, it's the same with the original though, is it not? The other one, is it not?
Ah.
Like, it's just their names.
Right, yep, I get you. Let's see.
I don't know, man.
Aye, it's their names, but it doesn't say as themselves, it says as the name.
It's weird, though.
We should look into that and figure out what the fuck.
I looked, and all I could find was like it was the same.
Right.
Because I tried to find if they'd like made a different version of it, and then like made a better one. But
I've got no idea.
if they made one that's like just a documentary, I'd like definitely watch it because
aye,
like that kind of stuff interests me. Like every October, I'm like subscribed to YouTube channels where it's like all they do is show walkthroughs of haunted houses every October. Like that's like all it is. So like that's why it caught my attention. And then it turned out to be fucking amazing. Like I'd have liked it if it was shit probably.
Aye.
But like the fact that it was really good.
It was really, really, really good. Did you just watch any other horrors?
I did.
I don't think so.
I watched a really fucking bad horror movie.
Did you?
Yep. I watched 2 bad horror movies. First off, I watched...
Snow Buddies?
Aye, well, 3. Because I watched Nobody's. But I watched Groves Hollow.
Right.
Fuck Groves Hollow.
Cool.
It's a found footage movie about paranormal investigators that have a paranormal investigation television show.
Right.
So, of course, you can understand why I watched it.
Yep.
Obviously.
But it's like fake. They fake it. You know?
Right.
Exactly like Grave Encounters.
Yep.
And all the cast members are assholes.
Yeah.
Grave Encounters.
So
Slam dunk.
this guy hires his mate to like make a documentary about them because he broke up with his girlfriend and he's like sad and he needs a distraction or some shit. So they go to this place. So they go to this place to film that is supposedly haunted, and then guess what?
It's haunted.
It's haunted.
Holy shit!
I just thought that off the top of my head.
So they invest, and then like they'll die because it's a horror movie.
Yep. Great.
But the worst thing about it is the start and the end.
Yep.
Because at the start it opens and it's like it's this FBI guy and he's like, the following footage you're about to see is these people died or they disappeared.
Yep.
Like, can you help us? Blah, 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 blah. Right. And then it shows you the video. And at the end it cuts back to him and he's like, that was the video, says some bullshit. And he's like, our top men at the FBI retrieved something from the site. And then he pulls out this big tank that's covered in a sheet. And he pulls the sheet off the tank. That's this big fish tank, and it's just got like ghosts in it.
I'm totally going to have to watch that.
It's just got
Check
fucking
the IMDb horror rating. Was it on the scale?
I think it's 4.1.
Ooh, that's pushing it. See, that is better than Do You Want to See My Basement?
What's it called?
Hollow's Grove. I basically picked it because I thought the poster looked cool.
4.8.
Oh,
that's alright.
Sweet
That was
Jesus.
shit.
Who's Lance Hendrickson? Hendrickson, I don't know what's that name. It's in Terminator, apparently, an alien.
No, he's like the good one, good character.
He's
the one good
he
character.
plays the guy Wayland in Alien vs Predator.
Look at all these blatant straight to DVD movies that he's got coming out this year.
Yeah.
That's just like Danny Trejo's
That guy
IMDb.
will be minted.
Aye, he
He'll
will
probably
be.
spent like a day on each of them.
Aye, he'll go in and do all those and then go to cons and make hundreds of money.
Fair enough.
Aye, so like the tank's just like full of like ghosts, and it like zooms in the tank and then like a face pops up out of the tank.
Guy's been in 213 movies.
Fuck that, man. But it was shit. It was shit. It was so shit.
It's shit.
The thing as well is like, if it didn't have those two end bits, it probably would have been like better. Like if they just shown it as like, here's this pilot, but oh fuck, like it's haunted, but they also had to make up time or something.
Aye.
And it made it worse. Like it was bad enough. The effects were shit. It kind of made like no fucking sense. And it was just great. Just watch fucking Grave Encounters. Just watch Grave Encounters. I was basically looking for something that wasn't Grave Encounters because I just watched Grave Encounters again.
I always find that with sitcoms, I just kind of want How I Met Your Mother again.
Aye.
But it's like, that's why I love How I Met Your Mother, is because it's that. You know what I mean?
Aye. And it's like, I love Grave Encounters, but it's hard to just like, even if I want to watch it, it's hard to just watch it because it's a found footage film and I've seen it before.
Mm.
And it's not the easiest thing to do, it's just to sit down and watch one.
It is not.
What other horror movie did you see?
Well, seeing as last Saturday was Valentine's Day.
You watched My Bloody
No,
Valentine?
I did not.
No.
The day before that was Friday the 13th.
Did you watch Friday the 13th?
So I watched Friday the 13th, Part 8, Jason Takes Manhattan. Fuck that film as well. So, how much do y'all know about
Funnily enough, I've not seen this, but I know the story.
Friday the 13th, just like in general?
No much.
You know
Aye.
that like the first one wasn't... The
Yeah.
first like two didn't have Jason Voorhees in
I've
it.
seen the reboot.
No, just
No,
the first one.
didn't have Jason Voorhees in it. And he didn't get the mask until
It's
the third
about-
one.
It's
Right.
Mum.
Okay.
So, also like the fourth one was called like the final chapter or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then like the fifth one's called Jason Rises Again. or
Jason
something.
Lives or something.
Jason
like
Lives.
that.
A New Beginning.
A New Beginning. That's what it is. A New Beginning.
But then the sixth one's called Jason Lives because they tried to end it again.
So on this one, it starts off, in Camp Crystal Lake, or shut down Camp Crystal Lake because of all those murders that happened all those years ago.
Yep.
Right. And there's like two kids on a boat, like a boat, a proper boat, in the water.
As opposed to a fake boat.
No, like a yacht, like
A
in
yacht?
the water, and they're like doing their pumpy because they're teenagers that have just graduated high school.
It's a horror game. A horror movie, sorry.
And this guy's like, do you know the story about Jason Voorhees? And she's like, no, tell me. So he tells her the story about Jason Voorhees and like his mum and blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, I need to go drop the anchor. So he goes and drops the anchor in the water.
Yes.
And it cuts a power cord that's under the water.
Right.
And the power cord electrocutes Jason's dead body and brings him back to life.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That is medically proven.
Well, it's still more believable than a dog pissing on the bones of Freddy Krueger to bring him back to life. So, Jason comes back, and then the guy scares the girlfriend by pretending he's Jason, but then Jason comes back and kills them. Both. And it starts. And then it's this girl is going on a school trip to New York, and she's kind of like, she's a bit kind of all there.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's like, oh, she's been weird. It turns out she's like psychic or something. They don't really explain it. Turns out she can see Jason's like ghost, but as a kid.
Right.
This movie's shit,
Mm-hmm.
right? So
sounds it.
this movie's called Jason Takes Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
It's an hour and 40 minutes long. The first hour and 10 minutes takes place on a boat.
Sounds fucking terrible.
So people die on the boat,
Mm-hmm.
and then they get away from Jason in a rowboat, and then row the rest of the way to New York City.
That's where you would
But
go.
they were on Camp Crystal Lake.
No. Right, here's the thing, right?
Are they in Camp
They
Crystal
don't
Lake?
explain. No, it's in the town that Camp Crystal Lake's in. Like, that's where they get
Right,
the boat
fair.
from, right? Either I wasn't paying attention, or they don't fucking explain why Jason left Camp Crystal Lake to go on the boat to go to New York. Oh wait, no, do they?
Maybe it's just bored.
Who gives a fuck?
Who gives a
Terrible.
shit? Who gives a shit, right? Who gives a shit, right? And then, so they get to New York, and then like the last 20 minutes is quite good because they're actually in New York, and Jason's killing like.
Is that a kaiju?
That was really loud.
It was really loud.
Is anybody in your house?
What time is it?
3:10.
Nope.
Sweet.
Here. Oh, here.
It was a van door opening outside. That's what it was. Aye.
Was that guy next?
Hmm.
I just heard it shut again.
I heard it like
Could be. No, I don't know the exact sound to this, but it could be a portal to hell.
Might be.
See if you open that.
Aye. There's like one good bit in this film. There's two good bits. There's two good bits in this film, right?
The bit when it finishes.
No, okay, there's three good bits in this film, right? So Jason... There's also bits in this, right? Where, like, someone will be running away from Jason, right? And the guy, like, runs away from Jason, he gets away and he climbs up the mast on the boat.
Mm-hmm.
And then just, like, it will cut and then cuts back and Jason's just, like, up the mast.
Yep. Sounds great.
Anybody else getting pure freaked out? Don't open it with Jason.
I'm just going to hold it shut. So...
What the fuck is that, man?
I don't
That
know.
sounds so weird.
See if you're a ghost, knock on the door.
Don't fucking...
So podcast.
There's a bit when Jason makes it to New York and he gets out the water
Mm-hmm.
on the dock and he looks up and there's like a sign and it's for the NHL and it's like a hockey mask and he just kind of like looks at it and then turns and looks at the screen and you're like, yeah, it's pretty funny. And then there's a bit and it shows you them.
I don't fuck this.
Well, I can't hear anything.
There's like footsteps.
That was no footsteps.
Stephen, back me up.
Hello.
And then there's a bit where
Just see if you listen back to this and there's EVPs on it, man.
there's a bit where it shows them at the start and it's like all these like sort of like skinheads sitting with like a boombox and there's like shit fake beat hip hop playing out of it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit where Jason's just walking down like New York street and the boombox sitting and he just like kicks the boombox like, over and it stops playing.
Fully clothed and stuff and that.
Just like walks into it and just like kicks it.
It's great.
And they go to like attack him and he just like turns around and they're like, yo man, what's that all about? And he just like pulls his mask up and lifts it up and you don't see it and they just like look at him and they're like, alright, doesn't matter, and they run away.
Sounds like fucking shit.
It was so bad, man. And it was obviously filmed in Canada, but like bits of it that weren't filmed in New York were filmed in Canada.
Right.
Because there's a bit where they're in a New York cop and it's the most Canadian New York cop I've ever heard in my entire
Aye.
life. Like he says, like, a boot. So...
What you doing about my parts in New York City, eh?
So is that us? Creepy corner.
I think I'm done,
Is it time for Cheeky Baby?
Can we please get out of this creepy corner?
I'll put the music on, that'll help. I think the guy next door was out in his garage.
Probably is that. Because it just pure sounds at all.
Alright.
Right.
Cheeky Baby.
Aye.
Aye.
I've not been like looking.
Why not?
Near a VAR, we
So-
may have some good ones here.
Jabroni, but that little tongue
Can I hope it's
break
not
his
your
back,
next one?
make him humble, put him in a camel clutch, and I didn't do it because for the God and Jesus and Mr. McMahon.
It's like the news jingle or
There
something.
we go. Right. I shall pull up the Twitter. On the Twitter.
On the Twitter.
Irvin Herald. Nope.
Irvin Gerald. Fuck the ISIS.
I can't read those from here, so
It
like.
says fuck the ISIS and it's a picture of a haircut van.
Fucking chic.
Clap 3 time and go fuck yourself. Alex Rodriguez, you need to say sorry to all the intelligent Mexican people too, otherwise go fuck yourself.
There's a recurring theme in these
Aye.
tweets. It's very of a sexual nature.
Fuck the Monday and the fucking parking ticket. And it's a picture of a paper ticket that he has made to put on people's cars. And it says, you park like raisin balls, jabroni, go fuck yourself.
Oh my god.
And then has a picture of the Iron Sheik sticking the finger up.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus.
It's a picture of him and Jack Nicholson. $50 Shades of Go Fuck Yourself.
Yep.
Topical.
Yep.
Relevant.
Now and forever, go fuck yourself. We have the winner.
Yep.
Hello at the Rod Stewart. Have I told you lately to go fuck yourself?
Yep.
Excellent.
That'll do it.
If you want news, then go somewhere else.
Yep.
Something I wanted. Oh, I just hit myself in the face. Spider-Man happened.
Oh,
Wait, we were away.
It did. You're right.
also, they announced that the new Friday the 13th movie was not going to be found footage.
Oh.
It's not very
Good.
surprising.
No,
Wasn't
good.
something that I'd been...
It should have been.
I had a theory about how they should reboot Friday the 13th.
Mm-hmm.
They should spell the 13 instead of that being the number. Friday the 13th. Like, as spelled out.
And the cover should just be Rebecca Black.
No, it should just be 13th.
Friday.
13th.
The 13th.
What if they just called it Friday?
Should be 30.
Just called it. Pardon me.
Aye, that guy's garage was open. I think he's doing some kind of shit.
Friday. They just call it.
Like a
They
ritual.
just call it
That's
Friday.
probably why I can hear it kind of like
Aye.
behind me.
They just call it Friday, and it's Guy's Cube.
Aye.
Aye.
I've never seen that.
Apparently, it's really good though.
Guys, I think this show's pretty much over.
Right,
How
bye.
long is it this week?
An hour 20.
Aye, that sounds about right.
Well done.
Almost as long as Snow Buddies.
My dick!
And on that note, thank you for listening.
That's that. Roll credits.
Wubba-dubba-dub-dub.